who that man is to you is who that man is to you. Period. There's really just, there's no changing a man. Like during Black Women's, like Kamala Harris, we finna turn Black Women's Month. I need y'all to understand that there is no such thing as keeping and changing a man. Point blank, period.
I'll touch that 5 for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. By multi to I'll do all of them around. Just get to do. I'm not. As long as you out here looking for me, I got it. Mais pas vin jouer nan figure. Got do you do. C'est où seul moi gagne sous kem kounya. Tell the truth, I look better under you. Moi pas qu'à lose. L'aime avec ou.
So, Trump just selected J.D. Vance as his VP running mate. That's right, J.D. Vance, who back in 2016 said these very words, and I quote, "He's an idiot, an asshole, and America's Hitler." He also called Donald Trump a serial assaulter. So how does this guy turn into this guy's running mate? Clearly, this guy is someone who will say anything, and I mean anything, to get into the White House. So who is J.D. Vance? Let me give you a quick rundown. Back in 2022, Vance supported a national abortion ban and received an A+ rating from anti-abortion group Susan B. Anthony's List. In 2021, as an Ohio Senate candidate who later won, Vance argued against the need for and incest exceptions in abortion laws. J.D. Vance voted to block IVF access this year. Yes, 2024, this year. Now let's talk about J.D. Vance's anti-democratic views. J.D. Vance has gone on record to say that the January 6th insurrectionists did nothing wrong. You heard what I said? He's also encouraging Trump to ignore any Supreme Court rulings that stand in his way. He also echoes Trump's sentiments about the 2020 elections being a lie. A lie! My. Going from condemning Trump's Hitler ways to embracing them? Extremely dangerous. I'm just saying. Listen, y'all, these are just a couple dangerous stances that J.D. Vance has taken. Do your own research and you'll see even more. We cannot let him, Trump, or Trump's wig back into Kamala Harris's White House. Do the right thing, y'all. Vote blue. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's yes, Jessie Woo. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the Black Women's Tribe so you could get your alerts. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you know every time I upload. What else? And then if you're here, if you're a returning sister, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. You know, have fun with the Black Women's Tribe. During Black Women's We Turning Black Month. During Black Women's We Turning Black, just like Kamala Harris month. Okay? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? It is Monday, August 5th. It is National The Battle of Montgomery Day. You know, today we commemorate our very, very brave brothers and sisters who were down to Montgomery, Alabama this time last year, who fearlessly fought the Battle of Montgomery and won. Today we celebrate y'all. We pick up white folded chairs and we throw them in your honor. All right. Let's have a moment of silence. We shall overcome. Amen. All right, y'all. Now, before I continue, y'all, my WOOCATION, just want to remind you guys, my next WOOCATION is October. We are going to Tulum. I'm very, very excited. Make sure that you go to WOOCATION.net, sign up, so you can come have a good Black women's time. We're going to Tulum. I still owe y'all the first WOOCATION vlog. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I literally have to go to a data recovery place because my SD cards for my DJI Pocket Osmo have been acting crazy, and I keep running into the problem of not being able to take all the footage out. It's just really ridiculous. But also in addition to that too, I have been traveling a lot. Like I literally just landed from New York last night. I went there for a couple days with Mr. Easter. Last week was my housewarming. He met some of my family. Yesterday he met a whole bunch more of my family in New York and New Jersey.
They put the appetizers, once they put the appetizers down, you taste it, you can't leave. The bill is already filled.
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant, you know. So we already here.
Yeah.
appetizers. We've ordered the main course. Family, you be outside, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're here. We like you. Yeah. I like it. That man is a good one to have on the team.
So we're just getting the families acquainted, and it's this summer really summered. My summer really summered. Did y'all summer? My summer summered. I had me a good old time this summer. Like, I did not expect my summer. I did not expect to be in love. I did not expect to find my husband. Well, let me not say I found my husband, child. He need to be finding me. But I did not expect it. I'm falling in love. I did not expect it. God is good. Okay, let's get into the Olympics. The Olympics happened over the weekend. Did you guys see Julian Alfred from St. Lucia win her country its first Olympic gold medal? This is her first time at the Olympics. It was crazy. I lost my shit. Come on, St. Lucia! Come on, St. Lucia! Ça passe! Ça peut passer! Hey! 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 Let's go! Let's go! I lost it. Y'all know I just came from St. Lucia. I did St. Lucia Carnival. I have so many vlogs. To be honest, I think I'm just gonna be putting all my vlogs up this month while I do all my other content. But St. Lucia holds a very, very special place for me. It is a Creole speaking island. And speaking of Creole speaking islands, Dominica won its first gold medal too. The only athlete from Dominica was a Black women's. During Black Women's, like Kamala Harris, we turning Black Women's Month. You know, and she won the gold. We saw the race between Jamaica and America with the, what was it, the 100 meter, I don't know, but you know, it's such a controversial win. But you know, Jamaica's foot was over the line, but America's torso was over the line, and apparently in foot races, torso wins, child. I didn't know that. But shout out to Jamaica. Jamaica still took home silver. And shout out to Jamaica because there's nobody who has been able to touch Usain Bolt. So that is what it is. But congratulations to Noah. Listen, after saying what he said a couple months ago about being a world champion, he had to win this. If Noah did not win this gold medal, the way y'all would have dragged him for saying this,
world champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
So to God be the glory. To God be the glory that he won. All right. So congratulations to him. And congratulations to everybody black. Everybody black. Afro-Latino, Africans, Black Caribbeans. Everybody. I'm rooting for everybody black. As a Haitian, I cannot wait to see, you know, Haiti's Olympic team, you know, bring home medal after medal. I mean, it's so many Haitians that are representing other countries like Canada, France, US. But then also like Haiti itself just sent just a few people into the Olympics. And, you know, we're missing a lot of infrastructure, professionalism. Like, it's so much shit that has to, it's just, Haiti got a lot of work to do. And I just hope that I see, you know, the greatness that it can be. I hope I see it in my lifetime. Amen. Amen. All right, let's jump into today's video. So today's videos, I really wanted to talk about marriages. I feel like this past week I saw just marriages being a very big topic. Did y'all all see, I'm pretty sure everybody has seen Cardi B filed for divorce again from Off Cheat. And how are y'all feeling about that? When I saw it on socials, you know, it's very sad to announce a baby on the way while simultaneously announcing your divorce. I think that is very sad. Like, it's a very sad thing. And I saw a lot of people saying, you know, that they felt bad for her. And I get it because, I mean, you know, I'm not a mother. I've never been a mother. I've never been pregnant. I don't know what it's like to even carry a child, but I can just imagine, like, when you're carrying a child, divorcing and not being with your child's father, that's just not what, that's not a work of the Lord. That's just not it, right? And so I thought that that was very messed up, like that she had to do that. But you know, off-cheat, always surprised that this woman is still having issues in her marriage. Now, some people think it's a stunt. You know, we've seen her file for divorce before. I think she filed back in 2020 and she didn't stick it through. And then we saw in 2022 where she pled guilty to the strip club assault case where she, you know, physically assaulted these two sisters. One of them that was allegedly, this is all alleged, having, well, actually it wasn't alleged. She was having an affair with off-cheat. And so she went down to the strip club with her friends. She got into an altercation with them, and then she instructed her friends to also, you know, beat these girls up, and that resulted into the assault case. And you know, she pled guilty to that. I think her co-defenders had to go to jail, but you know, she's Cardi B, so if you're Cardi B, you're not going to jail for that. But just immediately when she announced a divorce and having the baby on the way, I saw so many people saying, man, I feel so bad, And for me, I'm just like, I don't know if I feel bad for women who do those types of things to keep a man. Like, I understand times are hard, and I understand like fighting for your marriage and, you know, going to therapy, but I think that a lot of women don't understand that there's just no keeping a man. Like, you can catch a case for a man and a man will still cheat on you. Like, when Cardi went through that case, this woman was already established. Like, she was already an established artist, like a worldwide, you know, star. Mind you, keep in mind, I don't think that anybody, my skin tone, a black woman, I don't think a black woman could get away with doing half of the things that she's done publicly and still be able to have a career, the great career that she has, in addition to like being married and all that. Like, I just don't see that. I've never seen it. I don't see it, but that's neither here nor there. But she was already an established woman. Like, she's the biggest rapper. I mean, next to Nicki, the biggest rapper. Like, it is what it is. And here you are, married to the biggest rapper. You have kids, and you're still cheating. Like, it makes no sense. And post all of that, you would think overcoming that, having another child, you know, she's still staying with you, you would not embarrass her. But this man has been committed to embarrassing her. And again, there's just no such thing as keeping a man. And one of the reasons why I want to make this video too was I posted my birthday vlog, part 1. Part 2 hasn't been posted because I'm having problems getting the data. But for the most part, comments were great. Everybody can see just how me and Mr. Easter, we vibe, we have fun, we joke. You know, he's fake annoying, I'm fake mean. Like, that's just our thing. But a lot of women, well, I'm not saying a lot, but I had several comments. It was noticeable enough to me. I had several comments from women. Oh, you know, you're not going to be able to keep him. You're showing other women how to treat him correctly. You know, you're not going to be able to keep him for long the way you talk to him and do it. And like, I'm just like reading these comments. I'm like, yo, like, so many of you women are very male-centered. Like, you really think there's a thing as keeping a man. Like, a man is going to be who they are regardless. That's why you should just be who you are, and you should be with somebody who truly accepts you for who you are. You shouldn't be with somebody who you have to jump through hoops for in order to keep. Like, we have watched Cardi jump through hoops, catch a case, do music with music for. Like, we've seen her time and time again. Like, and I'm not saying that he hasn't been good to her, but just as someone just who's watched it, you know, from afar, I see the headlines here and there. This woman was beyond good to this man. And to see it fail after all of that, it's insane. I read somewhere that he has $1 million lawsuit or something like that. Don't know how. It's alleged. Allegedly. This is all alleged. He has like $1 million lawsuit, and people were saying, oh, that's why she divorced him. Baby, this woman spent millions of dollars to fight an assault case. $1 million is nothing to Cardi. Like, that's nothing. Like, this woman literally paid millions of dollars to fight that court case. That the only reason why she was in it was because she went to go beat up them girls because the girl was sleeping with her husband. Okay? So that's not it. It's clear as day what this is. And it's like, again, there's really no such thing as keeping a man. If that man ain't shit, he's gonna be ain't shit. It don't matter what you do. He's going to be an ain't shit man, point blank, period. Which leads me to the next story. So this clip has been all over my socials, and I finally sat down and watched it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's been, what, a decade? And Kirk and Rasheeda are still, like, this is embarrassing. So, I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, but apparently, you know, on this particular season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Kirk's baby mama is back in the picture. She's back in the picture. It looks like they've had agreements on their parenting, their co-parenting, and Kirk has not been playing his part. And so you have her sitting down and confronting him, you know, alongside Rasheeda. And this clip is embarrassing for so many reasons. But drop down in the comments, let me know if you've seen the episode, if you've seen the clip, because I just want to dissect this. I really want to dissect this, so we can talk about how there's really just no such thing as keeping a man. Like, if you're going to keep a man, you really have to just accept who he is and move on. Like, the continuous, you know, back and forth and fighting, like, there's really just no point. Who that man is to you is who that man is to you. Period. There's really just, there's no changing a man. Like, during Black Women's, like Kamala Harris, we finna turn Black Women's Month. I need y'all to understand that there is no such thing as keeping and changing a man. Point blank, period. Oh, we're gonna have to watch this on my handy dandy iPad because I don't want no copyright. And that's why a lot of times I do my iPad. Some of y'all be getting annoyed, but sister, you know, during Black Women's, we turning black like Kamala Black Women's Month. Baby, I cannot afford copyrights, okay? How you doing?
Kirk invited me to meet him. It's cool. At this point, just pay what you're supposed to pay and be on your merry way. I'm very shocked to see Rasheeda here because the last time I seen her, she told me that she would not be an Instagram parent. The bitch lied. Hello, Rasheeda. Hey. I haven't seen you in years. I have not. Good to see you.
How do you not see each other in years? This woman has a 7-year-old for Kirk. I mean, I don't know. I don't have babies. I don't have kids. So those of you guys who are married, or those of you guys who are, you know, in relationships, how can you go 7 years without seeing your significant other's baby mama or baby's father? Don't know how that's feasible. Again, educate me. I don't know.
I be kind of wanting to figure out a communication, like, it's like, oh, it's a lot of stuff.
But it's the same stuff as before. Do you realize you didn't even attend Cannon's last birthday because where were you at?
That's the same party that I helped pay for and pay for the gifts, correct?
When we was in mediation, do you even remember what we agreed on? Yeah, you don't know because you don't.
I do know. I'm not.
So the agreement was that you get Cannon the third weekend of every month. Do you do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that.
That's insane. I'm sorry, what? First of all, this is the face of somebody who doesn't know, who clearly went to mediation. Everything in mediation went in one ear out the other. He doesn't know. He doesn't give a fuck. But also on top of that, you mean to tell me it was court ordered that you get your son every third weekend of the month and you're not doing that? Once a month. Every third weekend. And Rasheeda, as his wife, you okay with that? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't know. Again, I don't have children. I'm not in a relationship with someone who has children. But I would imagine if I'm in a relationship with someone who has children, I would want them to be very involved in their child's life. Because that's your child. That is your child that you cheated on me to produce. So you went out of your way to cheat on me and produce a child, but you can't at least commit to having that child that you cheated on me to go produce one weekend every month? You can't make that small commitment?
Because the last
It's signed on paper.
This is what I just want to say. It's not gonna ever be exactly what you want it to be. But
I
one
get
thing
that
you
now.
ain't gonna never, ever, ever have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around.
Don't like that response. Don't like that response. And I know this is cut up. Like, I know a lot of the conversation is left on the cutting room floor. Like, I know how Love and Hip Hop does. But I'm not seeing, like, a world where Rasheeda's response is not directly to what she just said, which is, yo, like, this was the agreement. You get him on the third weekend every month. You know, you didn't show up to his birthday. And Kirk was like, yeah, but I sent money. Yeah, but, like, you didn't show up to his birthday. Like, that is his birthday. And Rasheeda's response to that is, it's not always going to be what you want. It's not always going to be how you want it to be. It's not always going to... Girl, that is like the court. The court ordered that. The court gave him a very lenient, like, order to have him once every third weekend of the month. She's talking about him missing his child's birthday. Like, girl, like, I understand that's your husband, you're gonna stick beside him, but at the same time, the same token, like, you gotta be willing to let your husband know, like, you're wrong. And if you're not gonna say that, then just don't say shit. Like, just don't say nothing. Because that was a whack-ass response. Like, what? Girl, what? I can't.
But I feel like y'all owe it to Cannon for it not to be a nitpick.
I feel like I'm just glad to walk down the street sometime because, you know, I was labeled as America's most up person at one time. Women hate me for what happened with her, but then you have a child involved who needs all of that love.
You're not a victim.
Thank you. I was gonna say that. She said it for me. Like, you're not a victim.
No, it's not about a victim.
You are.
It's my fault. Yes, I messed up. But one thing we not gonna label me as a bad father. I take care of my kids and my grandkids.
Yeah, well, you not there for your son's birthday and you not committing to one Sunday out the month, baby. That's not that you not being a good father. Like, let's be for real. And that was such a narcissistic moment, like, to make it all about him. Oh, well, the America thinks that I'm this, I'm that, I'm a bad person. Yeah, and whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? It's not hers. She wasn't married. Like, at the end of the day, I think the girl's name is Jasmine. I could care less how she's coming, because it's like she was not in a committed marriage. Kirk was. You were with Rasheeda, make them want to put it on and make them want to marry me. I'm gonna put it on and make them want to marry me. Yeah, like you was with make them want to marry me. And you cheated on her with this woman, and you did it on national television, like for the world to see. That's the other thing with reality television. It's like, folks who get on reality television, like, y'all be having real marriages and y'all will literally really embarrass your significant others for a check. Not saying he wouldn't do this if the cameras weren't up, because Kirk definitely gives me he's still cheating on Rasheeda, and he would do it regardless. He gives me he's still cheating on her. We're going to continue going through this clip, but, you know, take accountability. That's your fault. That's your fault, and that has nothing to do with the subject matter at hand, which is your son whom you are not showing up for. Okay? Let's just stay focused. Let's stay focused. All right? Okay. Basket. What? They're well. Hey, don't nobody care about the world. Don't nobody care about the viewers. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. You need to address what the fuck going on with your son. Who birthday you ain't attend. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy.
One of the elephants in the room for real is like, what is going on now with the like defect situation? A defect call, that's a problem. That can get you in trouble. There's no excuses as a parent.
The case got dismissed.
You know?
What I have a problem with is that this is our first time meeting, and maybe it's because of this defect situation. But why are you so concerned now?
I've always been concerned. And I've always loved him since the first day I
heard from you.
You don't have to hear from me because Cannon knows what's up. That's all that
I
matters.
understand why it's a little weird now. It seems
but you know it's not weird
because now all of a sudden.
I've always been there since I decided to forgive this. If I forgave him, I got to take everything that comes with it, and that's Cannon. Y'all figure some out so we can get this boy on track like you need to be on track. It's been too long to be playing these kind of games, guys.
How do y'all feel about Rasheeda feeling like she doesn't need to speak with her because she speaks to the child? I don't know. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree with that? I mean, again, I have no children. Putting myself in the baby mama shoes, right? I mean, I would definitely want some sort of communication with my child's father's wife. I mean, my child is spending a lot of time over there. You know, if you've chosen to forgive your husband, then you've also chosen to make things right with me. I mean, I was not married to you. I owed you nothing. Now we have this child, so we should have communication. Then I see myself, you know, I put myself in the wife's shoes or the significant other's shoes. You know, I would want that type of communication. Like, I would want to know, because also too, I feel like if you're having that consistent communication, it makes the environment just a better, healthier environment for everybody involved. And I think that if you close that off and disassociate, you know, then you're disassociating yourself with a lot. Like, you're disassociating yourself with a lot of information that you could probably be privy to. You know, like, you're disassociating yourself with the risk of being surprised. You know, with different scenarios. Like, you're in the know. You should be in the know if you keep those communication lines open. But, you know, again, I've never been in a situation. The closest I've ever gotten to something like this, and I've talked about this before, when I was in college, I had a Haitian boyfriend. He had a baby mama. He had a son, and the baby mama, you know, did not want me around her son and everything. You know, I think it wasn't even just a me thing. I think she just wanted nobody, like no other woman around her son. And, you know, I remember, I think I think he disclosed to her that I would read to her son. You know, her son couldn't read. So here I was reading to the son, you know, like I'm trying to be like involved and be nice. And, you know, she took that as like me trying to take her place. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to read to your son. Put your son to bed so I can fuck his daddy. I was not trying to take your place. Okay? I got my own pussy, got my own womb. I create my own child. I'm not trying to take your place. Like, I felt like it's just a copacetic thing. Like, obviously, I'm dating this man. He has children. He has a child. You know, why not accept everything that comes with him? The child comes, so why not accept that? You know what I mean? Like, so some women do take offense to that, and I don't know. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on that.
Babe, when you did.
You got something else to say?
No, I'm just like, well, I mean, I told you, you can call me anytime. When you need me, call me.
Now that you say that, I'm going to take your word for it. We'll see.
So if I pick him up from your house and I come to your door, you're going to be fully dressed, or you're going to be how you normally be?
How would I normally be?
You came to the door a few times in your birthday suit. You don't think that's happened?
Kidding me?
So that's never happened?
Oh, you making up. Nah.
His whole demeanor changed once Rasheeda left that table. He's smirking. So next time when I come, you're not gonna come to the door like how you usually be, right? Like, what? I told you could call me anytime you need me. Like, his whole demeanor changed once Rasheeda left that table and he was able to have a conversation with Jasmine by herself. Like, that alone would make me divorce your ass. Like, that, like, you've already cheated on me with this girl. Like, it's been 7 years of this bullshit, and here you are kikiing and carrying on. You going to come, the next time I come to get my son, you going to come half naked? You going to show your titties when you come to that door? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, what? What are we talking about? What is this? His whole demeanor. Girl, release that man. Anyway, like, I saw a clip where Scrappy said, you see this man right here? No matter what he does, Rasheeda gonna stay with him. And Scrappy wasn't lying. Scrappy wasn't lying, so she not leaving him. But see, there's no such thing as like changing a man, keeping a man. Like, Kirk is, it is clear as day. It is clear as day what's happening here. Clear as day.
I don't know what you trying to do, what you trying to pull, but it's okay. Cause listen, I don't erase no message.
And I'm not saying it like I've never.
I don't erase nothing.
Did you erase that? And I'm not saying like I've never. This man has come on to this woman. Like, this is embarrassing. It's one thing for your man to embarrass you, but then also to do, like, baby, the cameras are still up. Like, the cameras are still up, sir. The cameras are still up. What are we doing? Koto alye la. Koto alye la. La couche avec la petite femme nan, oui, ma pale ke pou moun yo pa kompren, ouais, parce que, you know, there's certain people, yo ap gade video a, yo pa kompren ke. Nexa. Ouè Nexa? Se sandwich, oui, la pa avec Zozo la koko ti femme nan. Ok? Sandwich. Sandwich. Okay? Hey, whoa, hey, he's making that sandwich. Hey, whoa. That man is still fucking that lady. Or still trying to fuck that lady. He's still trying to fuck that lady. This man is still trying to hunch that lady. He wants to hunch her. And if you're Rasheeda, and I'm just saying, if you're the wife, because obviously if you're Rasheeda, you stand. But if this were y'all, like, how would y'all feel about this? Especially like watching it back. Like, how would y'all feel about this scenario? Like I said, there's really no keeping a man. It's either you accept him and move on and just keep continuing with what's going on in the relationship, or you accept him and move forward with your life somewhere else. Like, it is what it is. Kirk and his 100 earrings. Well, how many earrings did K. Michelle say he had? Kirk and his earrings have not changed. A zebra doesn't change its stripes. Let's go on to the next topic. All right, so Big Sean recently sat down with Charlamagne and talked about several different things. Talked about his relationship with Kanye West. Talked about some Kendrick Lamar stuff that he had going on. And then he talked about him and Jhene Aiko. And, you know, Charlamagne asked, why haven't they been married? Why haven't they married? And I want to go ahead and go into these clips, but just keep in mind, we're staying on the subject of marriages here. And I thought his response to this was so interesting. One of the main reasons being, these two have a child together. These two have music together, an album together. They have other ventures together. But for whatever the reason, marriage is just not an option at this time. And so anyway, let's go ahead and get into the clip.
Stopping y'all from getting married. Y'all already did one of those secret industry weddings? No. There has not been a secret industry marriage. It's a little personal, you know what I mean? But just like, to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's still finding the right navigation through it all. To me, marriage symbolizes like the best relationship. You know, people be like, well, you got to get married. To me, I feel like having a relationship is first and foremost, and like marriage is a byproduct of that. I feel like a lot of people get the idea of like, oh, you have to get married. But then it's like, to me, that's almost a fear-based way of thinking too, because then people be getting divorced. The divorce rate's so fucking high. And I'm not like discounting anything, and I'm not saying that we aren't going to get married, but what I'm saying is that it's just, and I don't like putting our personal business out there like that either, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done, I feel like, in general.
Well, take it from somebody who's been with their woman for 26 years, right? It's always going to be ups and downs.
Period.
The work's never going to stop.
But the thing about Jhene is that we have so many relationships. It's like being peers, being in a group together, parents, romantic, all that, you know, it's like, it's a crazy connection, because no matter what, we're always going to be tied together, no matter what. So I think that doesn't discount that, like, she and me both have to be on the same page. Not to say we aren't, but I feel like I can only speak for myself, that there needs to be like more.
I say this as somebody who loves Big Sean's artistry. That man sat up there and said a bunch of nothing. Like, he just sat there and said a whole bunch of nothing. For him to say they've been through their shares, you know, of ups and downs. Yeah, y'all been together 9 years. Y'all have had 9 years. And I think they broke up briefly, and then like the year they came back together, which was 2019, I think that's when they had their child, or the next year is when they had their child. Y'all have been together 9 years. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, like, life is ups and downs. He talks about all the different relationships that they have. You know, they're artists, they have collab together. That is filled with ups and downs. When he says, oh, there's a lot of work to be done. So you've had 9 years of work. So you're willing to have a child. You're willing to put business ventures together and put that out, albums, but you're not willing to marry. Like, that's where you draw the line. And what's your reason? Like, what is the reasoning? Like, I feel like I left this clip and still don't understand the reasoning, other than I don't want to make that commitment. And I had went on Threads and I had threaded men will have children with you but draw the line at marrying you. And there was this one response. This guy said, y'all act like getting your soul crushed and losing half your possessions in the same breath is something you don't want to avoid. And I said, well, why not also avoid creating broken homes? And not saying that Jhene and Big Sean have a broken home. Obviously they're together, they're with their child. Marriage is not for everybody, right? But just with this guy, he was saying, you know, having half of your possessions taken away from you. And, you know, the threads were dragging him because they're like, baby, y'all be saying this and y'all don't be having nothing to possess. Y'all don't be having no folding chair. Y'all couldn't even, the motherfuckers who be saying shit like that wouldn't even have a white folding chair at the Montgomery Brawl. Like, y'all wouldn't even be able to bring a folding chair. Y'all don't be having nothing. Y'all don't be having no headboards. Like, please, like, stop, you know, painting your life or your love life or your finances according to what your favorite male celebrities have. Like, I know when you watch, you know, these big male celebrities who have a lot of money and you're seeing the divorces and you're seeing, you know, the wife is walking away with half. Like, don't paint your life after that. Y'all are not in the same stratosphere financially. So stop. Like, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. But also, it doesn't take being married to someone to take half of their belongings. It really doesn't. Like, having children is a financial bag, which is why you see so many celebrities. Like, look at all these preferences walking around here with baby daddies left and right. You got Drea, you got Joey Chavis, you got who else? You got Devontae, what is it, Devontae Davis, I think. He has his baby mama who has a baby on the way, but he in Europe with Des Dior. Like, the girlies are racking up these baby daddies because having a rich baby daddy is also a bag. It's also a way to take a man's possessions. Like, being married to a man is not the only way to get their possessions. I mean, look at Halle Berry, for instance. Like, she got 2 baby daddies that are killing her pockets. Okay, like, marriage is not the only way to financially destroy somebody. I remember, I have a family member, one of my cousins, when we were younger, he fell in love with this little Latina. You know, a lot of black men, y'all will fetishize Latinas, and this is no shade to my Latinas now, but he fetishized this girl. He did not know her. And it's like, the aunties, cousins was all like, baby, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, do not do it. And guess what he did? He did it. All right. And for 18 years, I mean, out the gate, this woman was determined to destroy my cousin financially. And she did. Like, she made it her scout's honor every day to get up out the bed. How can I destroy this man financially today? Like, it just was crazy. So marriage is not the only way to have your possessions taken away by someone. Like, having children, creating broken homes, like, that's another way. But yeah, just looking at that clip with Big Sean, I just feel like, dang, like, men will do all these things with you, be with you for a decade, kids, businesses, business ventures, but won't make that final commitment. I would love to know what the reason is. Like, mind you, Big Sean is not scared of an engagement at the very least. He's not scared of putting a ring on it at the very least. This man put a ring on Naya Rivera's finger within months of them meeting on Twitter. Okay, so again, the math is not mathing for me. You're with Jhene Aiko for 9 years and you're still trying to see if this is the right relationship or if it's the best, quote unquote, that's what he said, the best relationship. But here you were putting a ring on someone's finger who you met through Twitter. This woman has had a child for you, you know, like bore a child for you. You guys have had albums together, you have ventures together, but she doesn't get a ring. So yeah, the math isn't mathing to me. I just don't get it. You know, I mean, just from the outside looking in, because I'm not a man, I just see it as, you know, hey, like, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Why should I commit to you when you've given me everything that commitment should come with? So if I commit and marry you now, what do I get for that? What's the bonus for that? Like, I really feel like a lot of men just kind of look at it like that. And then, you know, some men just look at it like, yo, I want to be a free agent. Like, I don't want to be tied down to anybody. Yeah, we have kids and we have this, but I want to have kids and have that with somebody else down the street. You know, so I don't know. It's so many things. But anyway, I've talked about, you know, 3 different marriages and 3 different stances, 3 different scenarios. But I think just ultimately what all 3 of these scenarios made me think about is just, you really just can't keep a man. You can't change a man. A man is going to be who he is. And if you don't require certain things out the gate and you still either enter into a marriage or enter into motherhood with this said man, like, there's really no, the blame falls on you. Like, yes, this person is doing this fucked up stuff and doing, but the blame falls on you. Like, you really have to look in the mirror and say, bitch, like, this is your fault. Like, you really gotta look in the mirror and be like, girl, this is your fault. This is your doing. You knew what this was from the jump, and you still decided to jump into a marriage, or, you know, or force this marriage to happen, or jump into motherhood with somebody who showed you who they were out the gate. And then if this person disrespects you within that marriage or within that whatever agreement that you guys have, and you stick around, please understand that man is going to continue to disrespect you. Like, he's going to do it for sport, because you're showing him that he can disrespect you and still have access to you. So why would he change? What's the benefit for him changing now? Anyway, drop it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on these 3 different marriages and the scenarios that I talked about. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, by the way, last night I got this really, really dope card from one of the Delta stewardess. So I wanted to put this up and say thank you so much. This really, really touched me. I think it's so sweet whenever you guys like see me in the airport or wherever and you give me notes or we take a picture. Like, it really is sweet, and it really does make my day. I'm someone who struggles a lot with feeling valued, and that's a whole nother video for another day. But I think, you know, moments like this is just God reminding me that, hey, like, you are valuable. And so I'm really, really thankful. Thank you so much for this note. It was really, really sweet. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-ta!
I'll touch that 5 for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. By multi to yeti boosting. I'll do all of them around. You scared to do. I'm not. As long as you are here looking for me, I got it. Touye, bete, jeyo, jete koyo. Me pa vin jwe nan figi. Got touye ou do. Se ou sel mwen genye sou kem kunya. Tell the truth, I look better under you. Mwen pa ka lose. Lem avek